everyone, welcome back. I know it's seriously been so long since I have made a video for you guys, and I am so sorry about that, but I have been really busy because I recently started a dip powder business with my mom. So we got that up and running a couple weeks ago. We are called Ritzy Dips, and today I'm going to show you 5 different chunky glitters that we offer, how to apply them, pretty in-depth tutorial. I know a lot of people bought our chunky glitters so that they could have the cool color shifting effect that they have, and I know some people don't typically use chunky glitters, are having some difficulties with them, so I just want to show you guys how I apply them. So I have 5 different colors here. We've got Fantasy, which is what I'm showing you right here. So I'm going to go ahead and just pour this into a cupcake liner. I did use 5 different liners for this, which they're really cheap at Walmart, so I just picked up a whole bundle of them. So I pour the whole jar into there, and then I give it a good stir because there is fine glitters that are mixed in with it that make it a lot easier for the chunky glitters to work if you pour it out into a liner and give it a good stir. So sometimes if you dip into the 1/4 ounce jars that we sell, or any chunky glitter out there, it sometimes can get really bulky really quick with the chunky glitters. So I recommend pouring it into a cupcake liner, just dipping it flat like that. And then you'll see here as I push down some of the glitters, and if there's ones that just don't want to stay on, I go ahead and take them off. So I am going to go ahead and let you guys watch this. I am not cutting out very much of the video. I really want you guys to get an idea of, how long it takes me, all the steps I do for the chunky glitter, and hopefully it can help you. So I'm going to go ahead and do that with Fantasy here, and then I'm going to move on to the other 4 glitters that I have, so just keep watching. So you can see here it is laying pretty flat. It's not perfect at all. I don't have glitter in all of the pieces or covering all of my nail, and that one just stuck up, so I just took it off. I just kind of take the ones off that don't want to be on my nail, and then you'll see the next coat I do, it just ends up covering it completely. So this next one we're going to use is Sunset. I will admit that this one is a little bit more of an advanced dip. I do have that noted on the website. The chunky glitter pieces are just a little bit thicker than the normal glitter pieces that I'm used to, and that I think most people are used to. However, it gives an amazing effect when it is on your nail and when it's used properly. So this is probably the main one that people are wanting to see, so I'm going to show you here. Also, I put it in a cupcake liner. I just dip my nail flat down like that. I shake it off, and what it's going to do on that first layer is pick up a lot of the fine glitter, which is why I made it the way I made it. Is that fine glitter really gives it that full coverage on the bottom without having a lot of layers of the bulk. So when you open this jar, you may be like, oh man, this is really chunky, and that's because the clear powder sticks to those chunkier pieces, and it does look a little bit thicker. I don't recommend I don't recommend dipping into that jar without dumping it into a cupcake liner, because you're not going to get those fine pieces of glitter. So the next one we're going to do is Chameleon. This is my favorite of our entire lineup. This one is one of our main lines, so it will continually be restocked. It is the best seller. It is just so beautiful. It is a major color shifter, depending if you're outside or inside or under a light or natural light. It is just gorgeous. It does have a purple fine glitter base, which I know most people are like, what? Why? It looks green and brown to me, but the purple underneath it just looks so good together. So this is Chameleon once again. And look how flat that is. It goes on so flat. All of our other glitters besides Sunset, Sunset's just a little bit thicker, but all of our other glitters are very flat. As long as you, I think it's best if you put it in a cupcake liner. I just think that it's going to come out best. So not saying you have to. I know my mom dips hers into the jar and she picks up more of the fine glitter. It's really whatever kind of look you guys are going for. But Chameleon to me lays super flat, just like Fantasy. And you guys are going to see the next couple nails too. I think I'm going to be using Ocean Bubbles next, which is brand new from our Black Friday sale. It is so gorgeous. And then we have Moonlit Snow at the end there. So I will let you guys keep watching and I will be back for the second coat. And I just wanted to pop on here real quick and let you guys know that you guys can always just put down a base color underneath your glitter, and that would start, you know, as layer number 1. That really helps build up the thickness of your nails without having to do 2 coats of glitter. So instead of me doing these 2 full dips of glitter, I could have just put, you know, just like a solid white under all of them. And it would just help build up the thickness without it being super bulky with glitter. So that's just a tip. And here I am, once I've done all of the nails, the base coat is dry. So I'm taking a stiff toothbrush here. I just got like a 5-pack at Walmart. And I am really just, you want to make sure it's dry, but I'm really making sure that all of the extra flakes are coming off, and you can see how flat everything is laying. That's exactly what you want. If you have any glitters that are sticking up or they're not laying flat, you're going to want to pull those off with like cuticle nippers or tweezers, scissors, whatever you want to do. You want to pull those off, or when you go to buff, even with your clear coat, you're going to buff the color right off of those glitters, and it's going to have like a silver shine to it. And that's maybe what is going on with some of you guys with the issues you're seeing. But that is a huge tip. If it's not laying flat, take it off. So I'm going to go in here with my second coat of each glitter. Like I said, I am not cutting much out of this video at all. This is me doing my chunky glitter raw application, so you guys can really see that it's not just like a walk in the park for me either. I do spend time with my chunky glitter. It's not like I just dip it in and, you know, everything's fine and dandy and it went on perfect. That's definitely not the case at all. I take time to move all these pieces and push them where I want them and lay them flat and take them off and just make sure that it's all exactly how I want it before I put the clear coat on, because as soon as that clear coat goes on, you've sealed the deal. Once that is on there and you activate it, when you go to buff, that is where the true look of the glitter is going to come through. So I don't know, maybe it's just that I think this is therapeutic, but I do enjoy doing my chunky glitters, so I take my time. So I just wanted to show you guys that it's not like super simple for me either. I just figured out a way for it to work for me, and that's what I'm showing you guys. So hopefully this can help somebody. Right here you can see I'm struggling with some pieces not wanting to lay down, so what I ended up doing was putting a little bit more base coat on and dipping it back in. So here's my second coat of Sunset. You can see the middle there of my nail just has that fine glitter, so I'm going to put a little bit thicker of a base coat down, a little bit thicker than I would for like a solid color. And I'm going to lay it down again into Sunset, and you can see the pieces are sticking up. You definitely don't want to stop here. This is, if you stop here and try to put a clear coat on it, you're going to buff all of the color off of those glitters. So I am taking an orange stick, you can take a toothpick, get rid of some of the extra, because you can always place them back on if you need to. And I'm just going to move around some of the other big ones till I think they look good. And that is what I'm doing for Sunset. In the end, it went on pretty simple for me. I know that the glitter pieces are a little bit thicker than other chunky glitters, but in the end it wasn't that much more difficult than any other chunky glitter that I've had. So I know that there can be mixed reviews out there, so I just wanted to show you guys how I did it. I didn't have any issues buffing it, and I know that I've been doing dip powder nails since 2016, but chunky glitter can still be a pain in the butt sometimes. But here's a side view. You can see the chunks on the glitter are just a little bit thicker than normal, but in the end with the clear coat it ends up coming out smooth. So I am going to let you guys keep watching. I'm going to finish up with Chameleon on my middle finger, Ocean Bubbles on my ring finger, and Moonlit Snow on my pinky. So have fun watching. I just wanted to hop back on here and tell you guys that this blue color, we called it Ocean Bubbles, is so beautiful. I have been dying and looking for a beautiful teal blue with like a green shift to it from many other companies, and I just couldn't find one that I loved. So of course I came and I created it. So I am super happy with this one. It lays so flat, and I have other colors coming that are going to be just like it. So stay tuned for those. And I also just wanted to let you guys know that yes, I did a full hand of random glitters, and I did it mainly to help you guys. I know chunky glitter is not for everyone. It is so intimidating. You just have to keep in mind, I've been doing this for a while. I'm still not an expert. I like to say I'm a professional, but I don't necessarily have my nail tech license. I'm just a licensed cosmetologist. So I've done nails, but not super professional. I've just been doing them a while, and it's just kind of in my blood. But I just wanted to let you guys know, it only took me probably 40 minutes to do a full hand of chunky glitter. I obviously didn't do my right hand there. I'll talk about those colors at the end. Whatever's on my right hand over there, I'll get to those in a little bit. But it only took me about 40 minutes to do the full hand of chunky, which I know some people, my mom, I know she did one, and a couple of my friends. Sometimes chunky can take like 2 hours if you're really focusing on it. But as soon as I woke up this morning and I saw all you guys getting your orders and people were asking for help with chunky glitters, I knew I just had to do a random mani with all of these glitters. It's not even all of the ones we offer, but I just had to do it for you guys. So I am trying to get this uploaded to show you guys how I do it. Hopefully it helps. But yeah, so now I'm just taking the toothbrush again, getting off all the extra glitters, and you can see that one was not dry. So it almost took off almost all the glitter. So I'm going to let that one dry a little longer, but I'm just getting off all the extra flakes that want to come off, because I want them to come off, or it's going to make it look kind of silvery when I go to buff it. So I want them to come off. And you're going to see here, I'm going to do a side profile and kind of see if there's any that are not laying down fully. Like that one is not down and it just popped right off. So if that would have stayed on and I went to file that, it could have given that shiny silver buffed off look, and you just don't want that. So I'm just going to go through and pull off any that are sticking up from my side view, and after that I'm going to go ahead and dip all of them in clear dip powder. We currently don't offer clear powder at Ritzy Dips. We are pretty brand new. We just started about 2 weeks ago. We definitely have a goal of getting a nude palette out for you guys, as well as a clear powder. I know clear is very finicky. I know there's some out there that are super clear, some are bubbly. I have used every clear out there. I have my favorites. Right now I'm using Rebel Nails Vivian. I think that it's the clearest in my opinion. It's either theirs or Mia Secret, but I just have this nice little jar of Revel, so I am using theirs. One day we hope to have our own clear dip powder at Ritzy Dips, but for now we're just using Revel Nail. So I am dipping them in. I dip it in a couple times because the clear powder kind of like absorbs it and it's still a little bit wet looking, so I just dip it in, tap it off, and then I dip it in again till it kind of absorbs it. Next most important step is to take a toothbrush once your clear powder is dry and really get all of the excess clear off your nail. If you don't do this step and you just maybe do like a makeup brush, it can give the effect of like little bubbles in your manicure when you're all done. So definitely take that toothbrush and get the excess clear powder off, and that will make a huge difference. If you experience like cloudy nails or fogginess or bubbles, definitely try the toothpick. So now I'm going to activate my nails. I'm going to let them sit for 2 minutes. I am going to keep the buffing and filing in this video because that's a huge part of chunky glitter, is the buffing and filing. How do you do it? How much do you file? best techniques. So I left that in here, and I'm going to let you guys watch that. I'll speed it up just a little bit for you guys, but that's what we're going to do now. And this right here is my battery operated e-file. It's definitely not a professional e-file at all. It's my $8 Walmart file that has gotten me through so much filing, so many chunky glitters. I'm hoping to get an e-file for Christmas, whether it's from my husband, my family, or if I get it myself. I used my mom's the other day, and I was blown away how much better an actual e-file is. But if you don't have the money for an e-file, this $8 Walmart one, I think they have them at Target and Amazon also, definitely does the trick. It's just a little bit more time consuming. But I am taking that over my nails. It just helps get down the bulk, especially on bulky glitters. And I put it on the side walls of my nails. I don't know if you guys saw that. It helps kind of shape the nail. So one thing that I realize some people don't know is, yes, you shape your nail before you start the dip process. And if you don't, you definitely should. Shape your nails, get them all ready to go, clip them, file them down, whatever you need to do. Go ahead and dip, whether it's chunky glitter, solid colors, whatever you're dipping. When it comes to this buffing and filing phase, you definitely want to reshape your nail, because when you put the dip powder on, or especially chunky glitter, it's going to reshape the way your nails were. It's going to possibly make them longer than you want, or fatter than you want, wider, whatever you want to call it. It's going to change the shape of your nail. So I recommend shaping before you dip, and then during this phase, taking a glass file. I have one from Bonafide Beauty that you'll see. I think you'll see it here in a little bit. I just reshape the sidewalls, make sure that they're my coffin shapes that I like, and then I reshape the tip of the nail to make sure it's nice and squared off. All of that good stuff, especially my cuticles. You'll see my cuticle magic trick here in a little bit, but yeah, that's just a huge tip, is just to shape it first. Go ahead with your dip process and then reshape during this phase. It may seem redundant, but it's definitely going to help improve the shape and overall appearance of your mani. So I'm just buffing out here, making sure that it's all smooth. You want to make sure there's no rough edges. You definitely don't want to over buff. You'll know when you've over buffed with glitters. You will start to see a silver appearance to the glitters. That means that you have buffed down to the glitter, and that's not a good thing, but we have all been there. I think I even have a silver glitter on my ring finger as we speak. It's not that noticeable, so I just let it go. But here is my glass Bonafide Beauty, one of the many ones I own, but I'm just reshaping right here, getting my sidewalls all nice and squared up, getting the tip all nice and squared. It's just a huge step that makes a huge difference. So that's what I'm doing here. And then I'm going to go in with my cuticle, what is it called? Drop file, the Ergo file. I'm going to put that around my cuticles here in a little bit. So I get that perfect cuticle line, which is really important with chunky glitters. So I'm going to keep doing that. You guys can continue watching. So the last step of my filing and buffing is always to go in with a fine buffing block and just completely smooth the top layer of my nails. And then I go in the bathroom and I rinse my nails with water, and I then come back and apply my second layer of activator. This is going to harden all of the acrylic, the dip powder alone. If you were using a solid color, it's just going to harden it all up. I do 2 layers. I even do 2 layers on the first set of activator, but I don't know if it actually helps, but I think it does help in keeping them hard. So I went ahead and did that. Once it has been 2 minutes of drying time, I rub off all of the activator. You definitely want to do this with any liquid set that you're using. Rubbing off this extra activator that maybe didn't fully absorb is going to help your brushes from gunking up or stiffening. Nobody likes hard bristles because you can't do anything with them. So I do use the double dip liquid set. It is my ride or die. I used to use triple vitamin, but I was not able to use their activator. It just always cracked my nails. So I would rather just purchase a full set from someone. So I fell in love with double dip. They have not let me down. Absolutely amazing liquids. So much so that I do have an affiliate code with them, that I trust their products. I recommend their products. So if you guys ever want to try them out, my discount code is Taylor R20. It's in my bio on my Instagram. I'll have it in the description on this video. I just think everyone should have amazing shiny nails that never let you down. So I'm going right in with my second coat here. Make sure you cap your edges, the tips of your nails, all of that good stuff. Now I do have peel base on because I didn't want to be walking around with this random 5 glitter mani, although it kind of turned out kind of cute. But I do have peel base on, so I will be popping this off in a little bit. Not today, but you know, within a day or so, and doing another mani so I can get some more colors out there for you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up my top coat. I am going to put on some cuticle oil, which is my favorite part. Seeing the final product with nice oiled up cuticles is so nice. So I do really enjoy this Grimes Ridge company so much. Her scents are just to die for. I say that every single video, but oh my gosh, I keep getting a new order like every 2 weeks, and I just keep falling in love with every scent. So I have a new order coming in a couple weeks, but I'm using Witchy Woman for this one. It is just amazing. I'm going to rub it all over my hand. I kind of use it like lotion, which, by the way, she is launching her lotion. It is already sold out from Black Friday, but She has more scents coming, a restock coming, all of that. So head over to her Facebook page. It's Inside the Ridge on Facebook, and she will update you guys there. So here on my right hand, I have more Ritzy Dips colors. So the glitter is called Unicorn, and the pink is Kitten's Nose. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it was helpful. I'm going to post a picture at the end of this video. Please let me know if you have any questions. All right, bye-bye.